Welcome back. This is my spot. I have just spent the last 45 minutes trying different spots, lighting, oh my goodness, and I'm back to where I was yesterday, which is my spot. I feel so much happier here. This is cool. More relaxed because I'm in a comfy chair as well. So, what is the video on today? It is on the new currency. Compassion is the new currency of the future. I had this, I've said it for a few years now. We are moving into an amazing world, a new earth, coming from our heart, coming from what it is that our heart and soul is here to bring, and having the compassion for everybody else and what they're going through is the new currency. Work in a unity way. You've probably heard this before. We can move mountains. We're about to come together. I truly believe this. I truly believe this. People have experienced such grief, such turmoil in the last 5 years. It is unprecedented. The human mind, I don't believe, can handle this much. And this is why we are going through this, because it's going to shake people. It's going to bring people to their knees, and they're going to be searching for answers. I want to bring in a story that has happened over the last 6 days. I'm a bit shy and I'm a bit nervous to share it, and that's why I think I've been dilly-dallying around for the last 45 minutes. I've been doing videos on things that I've done videos on before. Unexpected event with my son where he had to go to hospital. I was very grateful to have my daughter stay because she wasn't meant to be here. She was with her dad. And that very morning I had said my children's names out loud, and I've never done that before when they haven't been with me. I just felt like I couldn't be silent anymore, and I said their names. And it's been very difficult to have 7 days without them, and then I have 7 days with them, and each week it's never easy. You think you get used to it, but you just don't. So I just decided they weren't here, and I just decided to say their names in the morning, and my daughter's name was the one that I just kept repeating, and it made me cry. And then that was the day where my son had his accident, had to go to hospital, and she came and stayed with me that night. Because we've recently moved, I was feeling a little bit like, and I've moved quite a few times in the last 7 years, is this house going to be a good, positive place, or am I going to go back into those old patterns of, I've done a lot of clearing, let's just put it this way. She came home that night and put on the TV, and we watched Britain's Got Talent, and we have always loved watching that program together. And she was in such a joyous mood, and she made everything just so happy, and she was talking to me lots. It was just lovely. And I remembered that the next day when I didn't have her, and I was like, I'm just going to watch the TV, because I don't watch the TV. I haven't watched the TV years. I've been so focused on the clearing and the understanding of life and finding out the answers and writing the books. When she went back to Dad's house, I continued to watch Britain's Got Talent for quite a few nights. And then last week I discovered one where it was like they became famous, and so I was like, oh yeah, okay, let's have a look at these people. The first one that came on was this young kid, and it came up with the name Harry Styles, and I was like, oh, I recognise that name, got no idea who this person is, and it was just a young kid. And I didn't really think too much about it. And then I thought, oh, why don't I just look into this Harry Styles? I should really get up to date. Amazing success, so well done. Congratulations. And as all females would do, there was the initial interest in him, a little bit more, an attraction, I might say. So I watched a couple more videos, which was on who he would date in the One Direction band if they were girls, and he said Liam. And I thought, that's very interesting. That would tell me more about his character and the kind of person he would date. So being a woman, I was just having a bit of fun for once, let's just say. So I looked into Liam, and bless his soul, the story, I'll try not to cry. What an amazing guy. Liam Payne, huge lessons for all of humanity. And that's what I've been called to video, I think. And I find it fascinating to look into people who have been famous singers, Freddie Mercury, for example, Sinead O'Connor, and what their stories were and their history and how they came to be and what their personalities were actually like. And I just find it fascinating, and especially when they have passed, because of the healing and what I know about health, I find it fascinating to find out, well, how could that have been prevented? What could have been done? So with Liam Payne's life, from what I understand, he was very driven, very ambitious, wanted to be really good at what he did. He wanted to please people. He had the traits of what I would say ADHD, because he was very clever with so many different things. He was vulnerable. He would overshare. He would want to make other people happy, and that came at a price for his happiness, I think. And all he was really at the core is a human looking for that love, that validation, that acceptance, being seen, being heard, being understood. And he said some profound things in his videos. If you listen to them, he had everything, but he had nothing that he needed. And he also said he went to lows. He admitted that he had the drinking problem from being in the hotel rooms and having his own little party. He thought, why not? Very much isolated. He didn't know where his next low and how low he would go, like where that next low would take him, if he could go lower. And he suspected, you could tell, that there could be a lower low. And his roller coaster of, I guess you can say, the addiction to that alcohol, drug, substance abuse that was going on. And I totally understand how somebody can get into that place when they have the ADHD, especially because what I've understood is that people with ADHD have low GABA levels, and that alcohol addiction is because of the low GABA levels. We can raise GABA levels by doing yoga and improving the gut health. But when he was seeking the help from the professionals, it was temporary. He had so much courage and so much determination to get well. I could see that 100%. Because nobody wants to live like that. Nobody wants to live dependent upon a substance. The self-love, going within, seeing yourself for who you actually are, which is an amazing creation. You are so unique, you are so loved. Even if you have never felt that, you are. For everybody who's grieving, I needed to make this video, I felt, because he had some partners, Cheryl Cole, and he's had a son, and I can't even imagine the pain and the grief, the friends, the bandmates, family. But if anybody is experiencing the sleeplessness from the grief, or trying to understand how to get through the grief, I want people to know that emotion is so powerful, it's so huge. It takes a lot for our bodies to go through, and it will use up the minerals. The sodium, the potassium, the calcium, the magnesium, the iron, the ferrum phos is the Number one, if there's a molecular break in the ferrum phos, the iron, then all of the other cell salts are impacted. Silica is needed for the mineral absorption, and I can't stress that enough. If anybody listening to this is going through grief, look into the 12 cell salts. Look into increasing your potassium intake through vegetables, through foods. Swede is really good. Obviously avocados, bananas. Be careful with bananas because of the sugar if you're going through anxiety especially. Anxiety is just low, really low levels, and you can't tolerate the sugar. Really low levels of your potassium and your other minerals. Salt, so Himalayan salt, sea salt, really good quality salt. Sprinkle it all over your food. It will counteract the harmful hormones. A low salt diet is a cause of obesity, and I would suspect that Liam had very low levels of minerals. We love you so much, Liam. You are an amazing guy and so valued, and I wish that you had known how much you were loved in this life. ADHD can also be caused with estrogen dominance. So that's in my book, Abundant Healing. Hormones and our nervous system. And our nervous system can be greatly helped with sulfur, garlic. If we calm down the nervous system, the body can heal. All right. I'm sending you all so much love, and you can check out my other video from yesterday, my background, and learn about the course if you want to learn more about minerals, hormones, and how to heal the body. Okay, much love.